Hello, my creative friends. Welcome back to my channel. This is Christina of Christina Welch Artistry, and this is the card we're creating today. I have this really cute die set, these adorable little ornaments with the wires and just the bulb head, and I thought, well, let's really dress this up. So I'm using this embossing folder. It is pine needles, and I did do it on a dark green paper. But I want to darken it up, so I'm just going to take some of this northern pine and rub it on top of those raised areas to just deposit some darker green, just to highlight the pine needles. It's a fun little trick to do, or you can sand it and use the core color of your cardstock. If it's white, you could do that. There's just different variations that you can do. So I'm getting out my watercolors here. I'm going to mix some white and some white pearl, and we're going to splatter some just little tidbits so it looks like snow on the background there. You want to keep this kind of watery, but I had to use the white with the white pearl. I needed something that was a little more opaque. So I'm just going to tap it against my cutter here to make it splatter. And I'm not doing a ton. I just want it to be here and there, very light. I didn't want big droplets. It just gives it something else in the background. So now we're going to stitch these ornaments. This is DMC metallic floss, and I'm using just a blunt end tapestry needle. I used to cross stitch years ago, so I have all this stuff. Didn't have to buy anything new for this. So when I cross stitch, I always put my ends together and put my loop through the needle. That way you don't have to tie off your end or try to bury your end. So it saves you a little process. So right here I'm showing you how I double loop it. There's two strands here, and I'm double looping it to put it through the eye of the needle. And this way I don't have to tape the end down once I go into the ornament itself. And I'll show you how that looks when I get it in here. So now I'll go through that loop. It's a little blurry, sorry. It does clear up really quick. There we go. So now when I go to the next hole, I'll hold that down with my fingernail or my fingers, either or, and hold that while I do the next loop. And I'll hold each loop separately as I go around. So I thought I would show you how I did one, but I ended up doing a ton of these. Let's just say that spool was full of thread when I brought it out. So I sped it up a little bit here so you don't have to watch it in real time. But I do slow it down when I thread the needle back through so you can see how I do that. That way I don't have to use any tape. These were really fun to do. I just was thinking of all the different colors you could do. But I just kept it red and green. And kind of boring for this holiday right now. So I'm hoping I can get some colors going on some other cards here. I think maybe because my red and green paper is sitting here and I just think I need to use it. Okay, so here's where I slow it down and I can show you how I thread it back through. So I go up above and then go down through the loops. Normally I would do this a couple of times, but I dropped my one strand, and I did not feel like trying to thread 4 strands through. So I'm just going to put a drop of glue in there to hold that so it doesn't fall out. And I don't think it will, because I'm going to glue it to the card anyway. And I'll snip it with my cuticle scissors because they're super sharp. And it all works out just fine. So I'm going to glue this little gold element to the bulb, to the top of this. And that's one and done. I think I did 20 something of these. I just do them while I'm watching TV. I don't even realize how fast it goes. So now I'm going to glue all this together. This is gold foil paper that I use for the electrical string. I wanted to make sure I got enough glue on there because this card is embossed, so it needed to have glue on every area so that it doesn't fall off. So while that's setting, I'm going to go ahead and get these ready to go and get them on the card as well. A little bit around there to hold the strings and on the element itself. And that will hold it down onto the foil paper. I've said it in several videos that foil paper does not like glue. It doesn't set up fast because the cardstock is not porous. So you really have to hold on to it. Now just put my heavy paperweight on there and let it set while I do the other 3. And it comes together quite quickly. So it's a fun card. And it's pretty. So let that set up. And now we're back. I picked out this plaid for the background. You don't really see much of it, but I didn't want to go with a solid color because the green was solid. And it gives me a chance to use up some of these pattern papers that I have in my stash. I have so many. And I am using Hero Arts glue now. I have found a bottle in my drawer and I want to use that up before I get out the big bottle of Barely There, I think it's called. So this is a Gina K Designs bundle that I bought. I do love this Happy Holidays in here. So that's the one we're going to put on the card. I haven't played with this bundle yet, but we're going to. There's no way I'm going to get through every Christmas stamp and die set that I have this year. I'm not going to be able to do it. There's just too many. Unless I could find time to do a card every day. But I like to do more than one, so it takes me all day to cut. And then, of course, I have household duties that I'm doing too, you know, so I don't really get more than one card done a day. one style of card. So I decided to use the pine on this as well. There's my beautiful pressure tool. That link is down below if you want to get one. She's great to work with. So I'm going to put this through my impress. The impress is an electric die cutter for those of you that don't make cards. Saves me time and muscle. I just run it through. It takes all of 5-10 seconds to go through that. And it cuts beautifully. I did that on a really super heavy cardstock. So I'm going to bump this up on some foam squares to give it just a little dimension. And you could still mail this regular mail. It's not too thick. I'm trying not to go too thick on these cards, so if you want to get one to mail to someone special or someone in your family, you won't have to pay the extra postage. And I do have my paints on sale still. December 31st is the last day they will be available in my Etsy shop. So if you've been wanting to get paints, please do so, because once I pull them, they're gone. So I plan on pulling them December 31st. And there we go. Now we just need to stamp the card. I have the new TLP pigment colors as well, so I'm hoping I can get out to the Porage and make some boxes. But there's my card. It's finished. I love it. It's super cute. But thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you all on the next one. Bye now.